How many of you out there are in your 40s right now and you're at a crossroads? You're recognizing, damn, there's so many things I could have done in my life, and now I'm in a situation where it's like, crap, am I gonna start being serious with the money that I'm saving and investing? Will it be enough? And there's so many mistakes we made in our 20s and 30s, it's just embarrassing. It's too much to count. So in this video, what I want to do is I want to help you. I want to give you the 5 things that I learned in life that helped me get over the hump, and I wish I would have changed when I was a lot younger. And I really need you to stick around to the third one because that one hits all of us hard. The first thing that I learned throughout life was this: education means nothing. Interpersonal skills mean everything. Yes, you go to college and you could be book smart, but in the real world, that doesn't matter. It's about who you know. It's about cultivating relationships and building good interpersonal skills. Are you communicating well? Do you have emotional intelligence? An education will get you through the door, but how far you go depends on your interpersonal skills. And that works for me all the time. People always tell me I put them at ease. Every time they're nervous and they're stressed out about a task, I'm always optimistic and I'm talking to them being all positive and saying, listen, we're going to figure this out. Not you're going to figure this out. We're going to figure this out together. Usually people really enjoy that. And then they make my life a lot easier because when I need help, they're there for me. Now, I wasted so much time in my 20s working so hard because I thought that's all you had to do. I didn't build good relationships with people. All I did was just put my nose to the gravel and just work, work, work. And that might have worked, 10, 15 years ago, but that doesn't work now, especially with the introduction of AI. Anybody could do your job, but no one could replace you, especially if you're memorable. The second thing I learned is this: no one cares about you at all. You need to worry about yourself and do what's right for yourself because no one really cares for you. You could fuck up so many times and no one really cares. They just move on. How many times do you get a text from someone saying, how you doing? How's life going? How you feeling? No one does because no one cares. In my case, people just call to say, did you hear about this? Did you watch this game? I'm constantly getting memes. I'm getting a whole bunch of videos to watch. That's all I'm getting. But I recognize no one really cares about me. So all the time you have fear and embarrassment to do things, just recognize no one cares. Do the right things early. Put in all the hard work early and stop letting fear hold you back. And that leads to my third thing: fear holding you back. Fear is a lot of reasons why you will never achieve anything in life. And what really sucks about it is you know what you're good at. You know what you want to do, but you're afraid. You're afraid to be judged. You see, you're afraid to embarrass your parents because you'll be that person that did something completely different than what they expected from you. But that really sucks. You see, because you're born to be you. You have your own set of skills. You don't need to just try to replicate someone else's lifestyle, which is what your parents like. Because listen, our parents, they're just used to things being one way. Go to school, get a degree, work, get married, have kids, buy a house, rinse and repeat. But how many of us are on that trajectory? Or how many of us took that path and recognized buying a house is ridiculously expensive? Raising kids is ridiculously expensive. Being in this constant treadmill in life is ridiculously expensive. You see, following what society wants you to do is not the right thing. And what sucks is we all know what it is. We all know what we truly want to do, but we're afraid to do it. Can you imagine just going to someone and saying, I'm going to be a YouTuber. I'm going to start my own business. People look at you like you're crazy. But you know what's awesome about that? Once you do those things, and once you reach to a point in your life where you're extremely happy and you achieved all your goals, then they'll be looking at you not excited because they don't care. They're gonna look at you like, well, you got lucky. That's just the way people are, and you need to understand that. Because you need to understand fear is always going to be there, and every single day you need to overcome it because it's going to be there and it's never going to leave. And the fourth thing is money is everything until it's nothing. In the beginning of your life, especially for me in my 20s, damn near my teenage years as well, all I cared about was money. Working, working, working. And that's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to try to make as much money as you can when you're young. And money was everything. But you see, the reason why it was a bad thing, the way I handled money, is because money was everything because spending money on pressing people. I was spending money and just spending and just spending. That's all I was doing. I wasn't working hard to save and invest. Because if I did, I'd be right now in my 40s thanking myself for the things that I did a lot younger. But I didn't. All I did was just work, 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 work. And now I'm in my 40s and all I care about continuously is money to save. Because the goal to this all, guys, really is to become financially free. It's to say to yourself, I don't really have to do this only because of money. I'm doing this because I enjoy it. I already have enough money saved. I already have FU money. I'm just here because I'm just want to be here until I don't want to be here anymore. Can you imagine that type of life? Just take a second and think about it. A life where you walk into work and the manager comes in and make these crazy changes that you don't agree with, and you say to yourself, well, I'm leaving. Everyone will look at you like you're crazy. Like, what? How are you gonna pay your bills? But you handled your business. You see, working a 9 to 5 is not supposed to last forever. Unless you fall into a trap of society making you buy all these things and just continuously spending money and not saving. But if you're saving and you're investing at an early age, then in your 30s and especially in your 40s, you don't have to deal with most crap that people deal with. And that's when money is not everything. What's most important is time. So understand, in your 20s is all about money, but in your 40s is all about time. And what you're working hard for and what you're building is not simply to just have so much wealth. It's about giving yourself time to do the things that you want to do in life. And the fifth thing is, society wants you to lose. Society does not want you to win. You see, society wants you to lose. That way you get all this debt. You continuously paying it back. You're making banks rich. That's all it's about. No one wants to see you win. How many times do you see someone win and the next thing you know is all these haters saying you're lucky and they want to tear you down? It's because you're doing something that they're not brave enough to do. So everyone wants to pull you down. Even your friends. How many times you had to change a whole bunch of groups of friends? How many times you had to just delete someone or leave a group chat because they're continuously being negative? No one wants to see you win. No one just hits you up and congratulates you on all your achievements. No one. Well, some people do, your parents or your wife, like your immediate family. But everyone outside of that, they don't. So you have to understand that every single day is a constant fight and a constant struggle to fight against the system that's trying to hold you back. It's a resistance. It's damn like going to a gym and resistance training. The more you lift, the bigger you get, the stronger you get, the healthier you get. But it doesn't get easier. You always have to add more and more to it. That's what it's like to try to get out of the rat race. It's going to be a lot of pushing, a lot of resistance, because everyone wants you to stay within that range. And so many people just don't want to fight. They let it take over. And next thing you know, life is just pushing them by, and all they're doing is complaining. You have to take control of your life. You have to recognize everything is out there to make you spend. How many times you see all these funny ass commercials about investing? You don't. You see these funny ass commercials about you spending money and buying things. State Farm, Geico, Progressive, all these commercials are trying to take your money. When in reality, no commercial out there is being extremely funny and advertising so high to invest. Because they understand either you're going to invest or you're not. And the majority of society doesn't invest. So those are the lessons that I learned in life. I learned that, man, life is just not easy. Everyone is out to get you. And money, yes, it means everything when you're young, but when you're older, it doesn't mean as much. When you're older, it really should be all about just managing your money, not worrying so much how to get money. So guys, drop a comment down below and let me know what are the things that you learned in life that you feel like, man, if I could go back to my younger self and have this conversation, I would certainly let them know. That way they will not fall into a trap that I fell into. Take the time to like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Catch you guys on my next video. Peace.